question that I have for you is, can Liverpool win the Premier League? Because at what point do you start to get excited? Is it after this really tough break? Maybe mid-November you can start?
For me, on the
excited?
2nd of December, yeah? If we're there and thereabouts, lad, then Liverpool can do it. But I've got to see us play the proper teams, lad. We thought Man United was going to be a test, but then we've seen how they've carried on throughout the season. Yeah, Spurs went to them and battered them 3-0 at their ground and then lost 3-2 yesterday. So it's not that much of an achievement. The teams that we have played have all been below 9th or something. So it is right, lads. Like, we haven't played a top-tier team yet, so we need to see how we compare to them. And to be honest with you, we've seen people saying about Gary Neville, right? What was he saying? Liverpool, way off Arsenal, way off Man City. I don't agree. I don't. And I'm watching the performances of Man City and I'm watching the performances of Arsenal. None of them teams are blowing away the opposition. None of them. They aren't, lad. They're struggling. You've seen Arsenal going 1-0 down first. You've seen Man City go 1-0 down first. If you watch that Fulham game against Man City, Fulham had a bucket load of chances, lad. Adama Traore could have had about 17 hat-tricks, lad. He missed that many chances. So I don't think they're miles ahead of us, to be honest with you. I think that we're there or thereabouts already based on what Klopp has left Arne Slot, and now we're creating some stability. Whether or not we can win the league, it's a big old question, lad. So give me until the 2nd of December and then I'll tell you, lad. We have to wait. We do have to wait, lad.
Liverpool don't play for 13 days, 5 hours, 34 minutes and 40 seconds. That's the next time we play football against Chelsea, 20th of October. After that, tricky one to Leipzig away. 23rd of October. It's going to be heavy, lad. And then 27th of October. So again, we're approaching that period where it's 3 games every 7 days. And then it's the 27th of October we play Arsenal away, which I think is going to be... I think everything is building up to that game.
Is Ali going to be back for that game, for example? You know what I mean?
I hope so. After that, we go to Brighton away on the 30th, 3
hard
days
game
later.
For us. Very hard game.
I mean, there would almost be no point in even travelling back to Liverpool after that Arsenal game. You might as well just go straight to Brighton because you're playing 2 days after. That's a 7:30 kickoff. And then we play Brighton again at Anfield 3 days after that at home.
In the cup.
In the league. So the first one's a cup, second one's the league.
Right.
Home again 3 days later after that against Leverkusen. 4 days after that, it's Aston Villa at home. Then it's Southampton away. There's another international break in November. But then, 27th of November, it's Real Madrid at home. And then it's Manchester City at home. 3 days after that. 3 days after that, Newcastle away. 3 days after that, Everton away.
This is why I said
3 days after that,
what?
Girona away.
Nah, Girona, we can get away with that one. But
it's mad.
That's why I said after the Everton game, it was like, I need to play all of the biggest teams and
that
all of our
takes us
rivals.
to mid-December.
Oh, mate.
So, in answer to my question, I know you said...
Do you think we can win the league based off them fixtures? Bro, your face... And if you're not watching this, his face went from smiley to straight like, what have I said?
You know that Roy Hodgson meme where he's like...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
If I'm honest, really honest, can we win the league? Yes, we can. Yeah. Will we win the league? No, we won't.
Yeah.
That's what I truly think, because... As much as City have got Rodri out, they've still got 80 million in the bank from what I've read this morning to go out and buy a Rodri replacement in January.
Who's it going to be, by the way? Isn't it going to be Zubimendi? I've seen.
Could be Zubimendi.
I've seen that.
It could well be Zubimendi. It could be Varela from Porto.
Ryan's better.
I mean, they've got the money, so they can kind of just...
If Zubimendi goes to... If he denies us, then gets fed up with Real Sociedad and wants to come back to Liverpool and then ends up going to Man City... Lads.
There's no mountains there, mate.
Yeah.
There's no croquetas. Yeah.
And if you misplace a pass, lad, you're out. Okay. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's going to be a tough few months, man. So I think my answer, if you ask me now, will we win the league? I'll say no. However, mid-December, if we get through... what does get through even mean?
If we're
win them all.
If we're 3 points or less off the top of the league by the 2nd of December... I am going to say
14th of December.
14th, when then we are going to win the league, in my opinion. Or we can win the league. We can win the league. Like I start to believe it. But I still think we're going to be there or thereabouts. They're not going to run away. It's not going to be a 15-point gap. It'll probably be, at the end of the season, 7 points.
7,
yeah. That's what I can see, lads. We're not going to be... We're not a terrible team. We're playing good football. It's just we're not blowing teams away because we're creating stability.
Fine. Like, we don't mind that.
Yeah, we're sound, lads. But we've got the best defence in the league at the moment.
In Europe?
Yeah,
two goals conceded.
Like we actually do. I'm not saying that it'll continue to be that, but right now we do, lads.